Oh my God, no, 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 no!
What's going on, YouTube? It's Sensei, place to be children, Mr. Andy. Better give you guys another Friday Night Smackdown review from September 4th, 2020. Yes, I'm back on audio. I know I was supposed to be on visual, doing a visual video for you guys, but I'm just so tired. And I just need a rest and a break. And the Nerd Coalition is so behind. I mean, so behind on work this past week that we even get up for you guys. That's going to be coming late that we've been trying to work on. And this thing's just been happening. And it just it seems so hard to get these things together. But I had to give you guys a SmackDown review because of what happened on SmackDown, because we got a pretty damn fucking good show of SmackDown. So I'm here to talk about it, give you my thoughts real quick, because tonight we are addressing the situation between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman comes out, and first of all, I don't know if people really notice this, but Paul Heyman is such a genius at the wrestling business. On Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman makes sure he is very loud and vigilant and lets everybody know that he's in the building and almost shouts a little bit. On SmackDown, it's cool, calm, collective, and whispers kind of thing. So he makes it seem like I'm a different person when I come to Friday Night SmackDown. And then he says, that Roman is standing in the position like Brock Lesnar was standing, holding the Universal Championship, while Paul Heyman cuts the promo. But the difference between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is that Roman Reigns cut his own promo also. So Paul Heyman was like, Roman Reigns pulled him in and corrupted him. He said Heyman talked about how he was tossed to the side, being Raw exec. He never really said that, but that's what he's implying to. And then he said that yet there were no thank yous for Roman after he came back from illness and all stuff like that. So, and the Fiend wasn't fit to be the champion. So the tribal champion in Roman Reigns, and he is, based on accountability. So Heyman lets us know that they tried on Raw with a triple threat match and stuff like that, but on SmackDown it's going to be a fatal 4-way tonight, and whoever wins that fatal 4-way is going to be the winner. It's just going to face Roman at Night of Clash of Champions next month, or this month in September, I should say. So Roman gets on the mic, and Heyman gives the tribal chief the microphone, and Roman Reigns says that he did what he said he was going to do on Sunday. He said he doesn't care who he faces because this is his island, not even about the yard no more. This is his island, and all he has to do is show up and win. So great promo by Reigns, great promo by Paul Heyman. I thought this was good. I thought this was actually was pretty dope, was pretty great. So those are the kind of things I'm looking for. I'm really curious to see how this thing is going to go down with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Heavy Machinery is out, and they're going to go against The Miz and John Morrison. So before we get to the matchup, Jey Uso, because Jimmy's the one injured. Jey Uso has been trying to contact Reigns, and then he said him and Reigns, have a discussion, basically not really showing what they talk about. Heavy Machine versus John Morrison and The Miz. The match is pretty good. Otis will take out both men, and then Otis, instead of doing the caterpillar, well, he does something to do it. He hits Miz with like a Vader bomb. Like I think that would be a more effective finishing move than the caterpillar, in my personal opinion. So as he does that, he beats the Miz, but John Morrison steals his Money in the Bank briefcase and runs off. So Heavy Machinery is the winner, but Morrison runs off with Otis's briefcase. Backstage, we get Big E, who's going to hype up Xavier Woods' return soon. He's about to come back, and it's also Xavier Woods' birthday. So he says that he cashed the go ticket by winning the fatal 4-way, and then as he's going to look for Woods and stuff like that, Sheamus attacks Big E backstage. So his rivalry is not done yet, and he beats him down, and then he gives like a bro kick right there on this like garage door type thing, and then he's not back, but then he gives him a white noise right there on a car windshield, and it breaks the windshield. So now with that happening, Big E is not in the fatal 4-way matchup later on tonight, because you already knew if Big E has been getting pushed like he's been doing, and now he gets a chance at the championship at the Fatal 4-Way, there's no reason why he shouldn't win. But right now, it's too soon to even think about, not to do it, but to even think about putting the belt on Big E right now, especially the Universal Championship. He's not ready for that just yet. That has to come more natural. I mean, but you can start him in a mid-title kind of feud. But starting him off with the feud with Sheamus is probably the best way that he can go for right now. So he's been taken to a local facility, and then so like I said, it's gonna be a Sheamus and Big E that we got going on. So right now we're going to get ready for a rematch for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. So Bayley and Sasha keep doing the whole best things and stuff like that, and then Banks keeps putting over Bayley, and then no matter what the highs and lows, they're not going to change they change the game together. And then so we're here now. Good matchup. This is actually a good tag team matchup by these two. There was one spot where Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler both have him up on the outside, and then Bayley and Sasha try to hold into each other, but then they get rammed into the barricades by Shayna Baszler and by Bayley. I thought that was pretty good. There's there's a stretch muffler attempt by Nia Jax. Like I said, it's a really good back and forth action. It was actually a really solid tag team matchup. Bayley and Sasha Banks are like in the ring, and Nia Jax goes to the top rope, and Nia Jax does a cross body from the top rope on both women, and it was a 3 count, and they retained the championships. This was probably the best match of the night, though. It was actually a really pretty decent matchup. I haven't done my best doing giving you all play by play of what it is, but I recommend if you go back and watch a lot of matches this week, you can throw this one in there because I thought it was a pretty good one. So there was one point in the match where Sasha tried to give the double knees to Baszler on the outside, but her knees hit the ring post, so she's been suffering an injury the whole matchup. So the doctors are coming in there after the commercial to check to make sure Sasha is okay. They check it on the leg and everything, and Bayley comes over there to make sure she's cool and everything like that. And then as she's rolling her outside the ring, she kicks her and knocks her down, and then Bayley just starts wailing on Sasha Banks, and then she beat her down. She takes a steel chair, starts attacking Sasha Banks' leg, starts ramming her face into the mat, and you think Bayley is done. Bayley's not done. She puts Sasha Banks' neck inside like the flap of the steel chair, goes to the middle rope, and then jumps down and steps on her neck, and Sasha sells it just like she broke her neck, like she's dead. So and she's just not moving at all. And Bayley has completely snapped, and the whole thing, they finally pulled the trigger on it. So this is a way to write Sasha off for a while. That would give us a chance to miss her, give us a chance to take a break from the golden role models, and then you can bring Sasha Banks back at the Royal Rumble, have Sasha win the Royal Rumble, and then go challenge Bayley for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. That's the story I would plan, in my personal opinion. I think that's a story that they probably should go with. So after we get back from break and Sasha's being wheeled onto a stretcher, Sami Zayn comes out, and he grabs a microphone, and he says to forgot who the guys who announced the best in the world for Shane McMahon, saying that, why didn't you announce me as the IC champion? He said, I am still the Intercontinental Championship. He said, I want my entrance redone. But then here comes Jeff Hardy and cuts him off and says, if you want an IC title shot, you should just ask. He said, there is no IC title shot because I am still the IC champion. But then AJ Styles comes out. AJ Styles, wants his rematch, and all 3 men are in the ring, look at each other, and then AJ Styles just starts attacking Jeff Hardy, and then Sami Zayn joins in, but AJ Styles starts attacking Sami Zayn, and is about to give him the Styles Clash, but Jeff Hardy knocks AJ off, but then Sami Zayn gives Jeff Hardy a haluva kick. That is one hell of a triple threat match that they're building up for. So this most likely a Clash of Champions is probably going to be a triple threat match between AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and Sami Zayn, which should be a big, which should really be good. Really be good. So I can't wait to say, let's see how that goes. We get to, it's announced that Jey Uso is going to take Big E's spot in the main event. And I know everybody is not, was expecting Jey Uso to be a part of it, but it's Matt Riddle, Jey Uso, Sheamus, and King Corbin. So then we get backstage of John Morrison with the suitcase and Miz says, just because you have the suitcase does not mean you are Mr. Money in the Bank anyway. And then we see Otis backstage, and then he was like, yo, he stole your Money in the Bank briefcase. What you gonna do? Tucker says. So Otis has his lunchbox and he opens it, and there's the contract in the lunchbox. So then when we go back to Miz and Morrison, it shows that Morrison has Otis's lunchbox because he switched the things around. So I don't know if this is gonna be a thing where it's like, okay, we're going to find a way to get this briefcase off of Otis to put it on Morrison or do something else with it, because there's no way Otis is winning the Universal Championship. And I know it's all a joke anyway, but there's a way they gotta probably try to get that thing off of him. I know it was cute when it happened, but now you gotta find somebody legit that actually has a threat of taking the championship and stuff like that. So I think they're gonna try to find a way to get it off of him. Fatal 4-way matchup is going to be Sheamus, Matt Riddle, King Corbin, Jey Uso. The match is fun. It really was, obviously. So when I see this match, I was like, I don't know if they'll give the Jey Uso, but it makes sense because one, Roman's his cousin. Two, Sheamus and Big E are not done yet, and Corbin and Matt Riddle are not done yet. So I was like, well then, who else? So what else you gonna do? If you're trying to build new stars, you're trying to do new things. Well then, I either picked it was either gonna be Jey Uso or Matt Riddle, but it was a very slim chance that I thought that Jey Uso was going to win the match in the first place. So final sequences on the outside, King Corbin tosses Jey Uso into like the fan panels, like on the outside of the ring, and he comes back in the matchup. Riddle hits the the go to sleep onto Sheamus, and then Corbin is down, and then he gives him the air bro, and then as he comes down, Jey Uso comes out with the splash. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso is the one that wins, and everybody was shocked. And after the matchup, he said he has a message for Roman. He's saying he made the family proud too. He asked Roman, "It's lockdown." So Jey Uso is going on to face Roman Reigns at Clash of Champions. So I thought it was a pretty good show. The main event was cool. Didn't see Jey Uso doing that. The Big E attack was cool. The Bayley and Sasha thing is obviously the highlight of everything, and a good promo by Heyman and Reigns, which means that this show gets a thumbs up from me. So post down in the comments down below how you guys feel about Friday Night Smackdown. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE content and wrestling content right here on Nerd Coalition Studios. Once again, this is NC Place to Be. Children, Mr. A&E, and Nerd Coalition is out.